Welcome to My Utmost for His Highest for July 24th. His nature and our motives. Let's look at Matthew 5, verse 20. Matthew 5, verse 20 says, "For I tell you that unless your righteousness surpasses that of the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, you will certainly not enter the kingdom of heaven." His nature and our motives. The characteristic of a disciple is not that he does good things, but that he is good in his motives, having been made good by the supernatural grace of God. The only thing that exceeds right doing is right being. I'm going to read that one more time. The only thing that exceeds right doing is right being. Jesus Christ came to place within anyone who would let him a new heredity that would have a righteousness exceeding that of the scribes and the Pharisees. Wow, that must be pretty good to exceed them, right? Jesus is saying, if you are my disciple, you must be right not only in your actions, but also in your motives, your aspirations, and in the deep recesses of the thoughts of your mind. Your motives must be so pure that God Almighty can see nothing to rebuke. Who can stand in the eternal light of God and have nothing for him to rebuke? Only the Son of God, and Jesus Christ claims that through his redemption, he can place within anyone his own nature and make that person as pure and as simple as a child. That's really cool, isn't it? I love that thought. The purity that God demands is impossible unless I can be remade within, and that is exactly what Jesus has undertaken to do through his redemption. No one can make himself pure by obeying laws. Jesus Christ does not give us rules and regulations. He gives us teachings, which are the truths that can only be interpreted by his nature, which he places within us. The great wonder of Jesus Christ's salvation is that he changes our heredity. He does not change human nature. He changes its source, and thereby its motives as well. That was really good. Pretty deep. I love it. But I'm going to go back and read one more thing real quick here. The great wonder of Jesus Christ's salvation is that he changes our heredity. He does not change human nature. He changes its source and thereby its motives as well. So he's going to go in there and change our heart. And at the heart level, if we're changed, then we're going to be a changed person. You know, it's really hard to do good things apart from Jesus because our sinful nature just wants to think of ourselves. We want to think me first. We want to, just be of the world sometimes and be cutting people down. And that's what our sinful nature really wants. But when Jesus changes your heart and gives you a new heredity, kind of like new DNA almost, like then you're kind of walking around with Jesus DNA in you, right? And then I have the power and the love to be reaching out and loving other people and being kind to them and helping them in ways that I never thought possible. So I kind of like that thought. I'm going to let Jesus change my DNA, right? And just make me a better person. And of course, we don't want to do good things to earn our salvation. We get to go to heaven because of our belief in Jesus and the fact that he came down and died and sacrificed for us, right? I'm not going to do good things to try to earn my way to heaven, but I do want to be doing good things and shining his light everywhere that I can. So let Jesus change your DNA today. And I will see you back here tomorrow. You can order your own copy of the My Utmost for His Highest devotional book by going to utmost.org. And I would love to answer any questions you may have about faith in Jesus. Just email me through my website, nancyjoytoyou.com. And I hope you go out and shine for him today. See you tomorrow.